All right, another chapter in the unusual political life of former Conservative MP Rahim Jaffer is unfolding today. An investigative newspaper report published by the Toronto Star this morning links Jaffer to a businessman with questionable connections and dubious plans that may have involved finding someone with the key to the Prime Minister's office. Now, apparently he thought Jaffer was that someone, but the PMO is vigorously denying that. The CBC's Rosemary Barton is chasing this developing story in Ottawa. So, Rosemary, unravel what we know about this story so far. Who is this businessman, and what is the Jaffer connection?
Well, these are some very serious allegations that the Star has uncovered today, revolving around a rather shady associate that Rahim Jaffer dined with on at least one occasion, according to the newspaper, a man named by the name of Nazim Jilani, who allegedly is under investigation for fraud. According to the Star, this all happened on the same night that Rahim Jaffer was later arrested. It revolves around a dinner that he had with this man and a number of other shady associates, and according to the newspaper, a number of, quote, busty hookers, all relating to that night that you remember. Later on that night, he was subsequently arrested for possession of cocaine and speeding. Those charges were later dropped and actually reduced to careless driving. But what the story is talking about, primarily, Carol, is that Rahim Jaffer said to a number of these associates that he was able to use his past connections with the Conservative government and that he could get access to government grants for their companies. There is even reportedly an email where there is a number of talk about how he can open the Prime Minister's door to business connections. He allegedly handed out his MP business card that he still had hanging around. Lots of different suggestions that he was playing off his past role as an MP in order to create business connections. Now, he does have a business, a green business here in Ottawa that is not registered as a lobbying business with the Prime Minister's office. He also has a personal website, rahimjaffer.com, and on that website, the Conservative logo did appear, and I say did because it was there this morning until the Conservative Party saw it there, told him to get rid of it, and now it's gone.
Okay. So what are people saying about this today on Parliament Hill? What's been the reaction?
A lot of reaction, a lot of people stunned. This is, of course, just another example in a long line of problems for Mr. Jaffer and for his wife, who, remember, is still in cabinet. Helena Guergis is the junior minister, the Secretary of State for the Status of Women. The Prime Minister's office is saying categorically that it is false that the Prime Minister's office has its doors open to Mr. Jaffer or any of his business associates. They go on to say it's absurd. But opposition parties say, listen, this is a question of integrity. We need to know more. Mr. Jaffer better make some sort of statement. We've tried to contact him today. No luck. But here's what the Liberal leader had to say on this subject today, Carol.
These are serious allegations. No mistaking their seriousness. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. What I want to know is, who was Mr. Jaffer talking to in the Conservative government? What promises did he make of access? We need the whole story here. This is a government that comes in 2006 promising integrity, promising openness, promising transparency. And here they are in some very serious allegations that go to the question of the integrity of this government. And the government should answer. It's not just a matter for Mr. Jaffer, in other words. It's a matter for Mr. Harper.
This does put Mr. Harper in a difficult position and his government, not because of Mr. Jaffer necessarily, but because of Mr. Jaffer's wife, Ms. Guergis, who remains in cabinet and has yet to comment on this. I should point out that we've just got a comment from Rahim Jaffer's business associate, Carol, who runs this business with him. He says that it's never been in the lobbying business and no one has ever promised to open the PMO's door. His business associate also suggesting that he will likely sue the Toronto Star, possibly even the reporter for the allegations made today.
All right, that just came in. Rosemary, thank you.
You bet.
Rosemary Barton in Ottawa.